did not think I should be the chair, I should have been presenting, and so let me do a short presentation, particularly what Dr. Balaji was referring and our Ajit Kumar there has been doing. So without much ado, to save time, this is the title also, Integrating Education, Research and Extension, basically Education, Research and Extensions. Particularly what is the lessons we are learning from Kisan Kerala and the e-Krishi. E-Krishi is the one that was referred to as the Akshaya services that is being run in Malappuram, which is a very unique model. In some sense, I may say it is Web 2.0 for agriculture. That's one way of putting it. Okay. But there are lots of systems in agriculture, so I don't want to quote them, whether it is regional government, ICAR, Agricultural Education Extension Services, both at the center, sponsored, as well as state governments, industry, market, state level programs, national level programs, commodity boards, exchanges, agricultural financing, regulated systems which is outside of agriculture but very much part, like land use, water, irrigation, meteorology, remote sensing, and global organizations, anything from FAO, your CGIAR, WHO, WTO, WIPO, everything has an impact. Okay, how do we ensure that an ICT framework which brings the right combinations of these organizations in the kind of programs that we run? That was the real challenge. So if you look at it, what we did in the Kisan, by the way, is Kisan Information Systems, Services and Networking. Okay, that's itself an ICT. So we had actually 3 portals at the center, which is one is Kisan, the other is e-Krishi, there is a virtual university for agricultural trade, which is also rich in various content related to trade-related as well as crop-related information. They were driven by the services behind them is a Kisan and e-Krishi services that is run at the IIIT and management in Kerala at Trivandrum. But we can also bring in the organizations like NABARD, banks, credit parties into the system that is financial. And similarly, farm input suppliers can participate in it. The buyers and retailers can participate. So like this, all parties, ICAR, universities and so on. The challenge here is how do we ensure a coherent functioning of the various component players coming together effectively on each specific agriculture related issue. So in that sense, the portal became a kind of meeting ground and a live continuous online meeting ground to coordinate the varieties of activities. But we did go beyond the portal in the Kisan Kerala. Basically, we wanted to form an agrarian practices and prosperity alliance, as you would call it, in each state. That is, there are, for example, all the ICAR institutions, the commodity boards, their research stations, the commodity exchange kind of people like MCX and CDEX and all that. Then we have the state universities, state extension systems through Krishi Bhavans, the markets, the mandis. There are so many players. Our concern is not to look at private or public or anything, but those who are relevant. How do we tackle, bring them together, and ultimately to provide a system for crop assurance, credit assurance, and market assurance. And these are the things which none of the organizations alone are able to address. Because at every stage of the crop, the farmer should have a helpline on demand. Not just helpline. It's not enough to say, oh, your crop is suffering from fungal disease. What is the solution to it? How do we follow up with the solution? All these kind of things are very critical. So while we have the cross-specific expert groups can be formed which are multi-organized. That is, they have members, but they are all sitting in their own organization. But they have the means, they have the email, they have the telephone, we run a call center there and so on. And they reach to the farmers, the producers, the buyers, cooperative enterprises. But remember, all these require tons of services for related to education, training, market intelligence, information inputs and so on. That is what I would call as Kisan services, coordinated from an IT institution. So that became a neutral ground, easier to manage. And note that this whole program was started when, in fact, I got into whole agriculture by accident. By being a head of electrical engineering and network person, suddenly plunging into agriculture was not my choice. It was forced by our KPP Nambi, our first chairman of our institute, and VL Chopra, who was in the committee. Okay, just quickly going through that. So another thing we did and we are trying is to build virtual farm cooperatives. That is, let all those farmers with small land holding, which is a major problem in Kerala, aggregate their produce, like 10,000 farmers in say supplying coconuts to bulk mandi. So we can create a virtual mandi there and give them dynamic service. They can declare 1 week ahead, I am going to have this much crop output or harvest output, and that aggregated information is placed in the portal. This is what the e-Krishi was doing, and the farmers enter it through the community kiosk, that is actually a kiosk, and these aggregated buyers like say Marico, Parachute, Coconut Oilers, they can place large numbers, and there is a booming club. This is a very critical innovation needed so that which farmer should supply how much is resolved. And this, then we can arrange a single truck going to the farms, picking the things, and farmer need not even go to the mandi, get the payment made. Tomorrow we can introduce mobile check and all that. So this is what happens. So this is essentially, you can now further extend it. Whatever we know as Amul Anand model in the dairy sector, we can make it as a virtual cooperative model for any kind of crop, particularly the horticulture and other areas, such areas will be enormously benefited. I am now thinking that why not we take Cochin International Airport, they are having a cold storage warehousing, add an agri-processing enterprise division. All the farmers are now shareholders in this value addition. For example, they can take tuber crops in the northeast, for example, make it into noodles factory and sell nutritious noodles by enrichment or something. You can brand it. Today ginger is 100 rupees a kilo in Delhi. It is rotting in the fields of Nagaland. I think Professor Kannan is not there, and he will tell you much more about it. Okay, so we did build a web GIS system, but this has to be customized and rolled out for every region, so to say. Then our whole thing was multimodal. The portal was at the center, but we also started a weekly TV serial, Krishi Deepam. I think over 310 episodes have been covered now, something like that. Weekly unbroken TV episodes with nearly 3 million viewers in the local language continuously. After every TV serial, we have a call center to mimic 1551, we call it 1661. Okay, and that anybody can call through the cell phone. We also have the SMS services. And the thing is, this is multi-organization driven. It is not a single organization driven entity. The coordination is from a single organization. That is an IT institution where both agricultural people and IT people are there. There are people from Farm Information Bureau, agricultural scientists from the state government. Another nice thing, just now Dr. Sharma was telling, agriculture is a state subject. It is the state government that is driving the program, which probably added to its value. Okay, so then a lot of things can be done. The horticulture aggregation and perishables losses can be much less. And anybody shouting for help, we can send the assistant from the nearest station just by communication. We get a lot of phone calls based services also done. So we have three things. How do you give total knowledge empowerment from the farmer's side? One is the Kisan type services, the other is the e-Krishi type market aggregation and market opportunities enhancement. But the critical thing that is needed, I would call it the regional agrarian practices and prosperity alliance. All the extension wings of every organization should be member of that. If you manage that database and make them responsive to the questions they have to handle or the field work they have to do, it is not enough we just answer queries. We must send people to the field to inspect the crop and make that assured. You educate them all on the opportunities as well as practices through television channel. Then you get a picture of that multimodal services where Dr. Balaji was referring, which I am struggling to see through the Agriculture Knowledge Management NAIP project. How do we make it? We are trying to see whether one such thing can be done in Northeast and then propagate it as Kisan Bharat, where every Kisan in every region is totally aggregated into a larger network. Can we do that? That is the real goal. So the good thing is this portal has a back-end collaboration for the experts, but a front-end simple services screen for the external people, and which has smart interfaces like fertilizer recommendation system, which is an expert system, weather advisories. All those are integrated into this. Okay. So and if the thing is, our approach is provide right information at right time in right places, right person in the right context for an entire state. We are not talking about, and that is dynamic and timely and assured, given by the best expert available in that. The second is the system, the ICT systems for knowledge capture, reuse, collaborations, timely dissemination, the technology management aspect. Thirdly, multimodal, the portal-driven interaction. It has an excellent query management system, for example, maintaining dynamic flow of information, TV serial, call center, SMS, you add, and all of them can be harmoniously used for the best effect. Okay, so that is the basic idea. We are the portals here, the experts from all organizations, and the Farmers Knowledge Empowerment Program, which are actually real-time dynamic advisories reaching anybody anywhere. The same thing can develop as education. There is no need to have separate paths for that. Okay, so just concluding, we need to understand the role of ICT is to bridge the gulf between where information is available. Of course, making information is also of ICT. Communicate to where it is needed and enhance the ability to use it. It is not enough giving information, but ensure they can use it. Add to the effectiveness. Then part-time education programs, we can now, IGNOU for example has maybe about 10 courses now. Regional agrarian practices alliances should be formed. Integrate local programs. Let us launch this as a Kisan Bharat model. Actually, this sort of brings various component actions together. How to do it is what we have shown. Okay, and I have a lot of people to acknowledge. Of course, Ajit has been the principal technology director and program director for the whole program. We have a number of scientists over there in agriculture, in the institute, Agriculture University of Kerala, then the various research institutions. I have umpteen people to acknowledge. That is the only reason I did not put it here. Okay, thanks.